Welcome to TSIB Talks, where we share information on construction insurance and its possible effect on your business. Enjoy our latest episode.
Welcome, Daman and Amanda. If you guys can, take a second to introduce yourselves real quick.
Hi, I'm Daman Sachdeva. I work as an insurance analyst at TSIB. I have 8+ years of experience in insurance construction industry.
Hi, my name is Amanda Peppel. I am the Director of Vendor Management with 25 years of experience in the insurance construction industry.
Awesome. So today you guys will be talking about the importance of claim reporting. I'm going to ask the first question here, and then you guys can feel free to just carry on as you go and take it away. So with that being said, Amanda, why should we report all claims regardless of severity?
You never really know the severity of claim at first notice, but any on-site injury could lead to treatment and lost time at a later date. We never want to be in the position where our carrier declines coverage based on late notice. Reporting a claim allows for the insurance carrier and our clients to properly investigate the matter, providing a defense in the event a claim is pursued down the road. Further, taking a proactive approach in reporting an investigation shows our carriers that we are proactive in mitigating exposure, which could have a positive effect on our rates during renewal.
Amanda, I have a question. So there are a lot of different myths in the industry about reporting a claim. What do you say about that?
Yes, there are many myths, and we have experienced most of them. Based on my experience, insurance rates do not increase merely by reporting and investigating a matter. While it could have an impact on deductibles, it's the money that is well spent. The only way that you can determine exactly what occurred is to identify viable third parties and apportionment of a liability. If you don't investigate, the plaintiff's story will ultimately be the only story.
Yeah, I think that is a key point here, what you just said. So if no claim is reported, the only story will be trusted is the plaintiff's story.
Yes, and it puts you in a position where you can't mitigate your exposure or determine liability.
Yeah, that's very interesting to know, because as I am aware, in our insurance industry, people do think that if they report a claim, it would take their EMR to a higher level. And some of the clients or different companies take different approach while reporting this instance. Either they don't report it or they don't investigate it properly. So would you like to go more into the depth of it? How this could affect us later?
Okay, so you're talking about EMR or experience modification rate, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is based on a company's historical cost of injuries and the future risk chances. A company's EMR is then compared to the average losses of other employers in the same state within the same industry. The myth is that reporting all claims will ultimately increase your EMR. The factor that most impacts EMRs are the cost of the injuries, which insurance carriers utilize to assess future potential risk. So if you are reporting a claim on which no workers' comp dollars are ever spent, there will be no impact to the EMR. Further, concern about the EMR should lead to the company adopting an effective safety program, which would reduce injuries and reduce EMRs. This is another proactive step which would be taken into consideration during an insurance renewal.
So in total, if all clients, they take this proactive approach, so say that reporting the claims on a timely manner, investigate the claim, any incident properly, this could eventually help us while we are up for insurance renewal. This could basically advocate for us.
Absolutely.
So do you have any examples for us? Like, there were circumstances, if the claim wasn't reported properly or was reported and it led to the outcome we were looking for.
Yes. We've had a lot of examples. We've had a lot of experience in circumstances where we report a claim properly and we have a good result. And when a claim is not properly reported, not properly investigated, and it leads down to a different result. So, for example, a worker alleges he was climbing down a ladder and he felt the pain in his back. He reports the incident the same day and returns to work without treatment. Our client does not report the claim, and a GL lawsuit indicating that he fell down the ladder is received 8 months later. They claim that the ladder was broken, and as a result, he had a 5-level fusion to his back. He never returns to work again after this. Since the claim was not investigated, our client had no way to refute the version of the events laid out by the plaintiff, resulting in 100% exposure to our client. Workers' comp and general liability pay significantly due to the failure of not investigating. The insurance carrier could have denied the claim based on late notice as they were prejudiced due to the lack of investigation and ability to mitigate the exposure. Luckily, we didn't have that situation happen.
Let me stop you right there. So where you just said that if the insurance carrier would have been prejudiced about the reporting and the claim wasn't reported earlier, so this definitely shows how important it is for all the construction companies or any claim to be reported, properly investigated, and taken into consideration while, something is happening.
Absolutely.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah.
Any other example?
Okay. So
give us.
I could give you an example of where this worked out properly. So we had a worker, he alleges he tweaks his shoulder while he's hanging steel. So it's not a general liability exposure. The claim is reported to the insurance carrier and immediately investigated. Statements of the plaintiff and all the witnesses were memorialized and notarized. Photographs of the incident scene were taken. Contracts and construction reports were obtained. The general liability file closes thereafter. 3 years later, just on the brink of the statute of limitations expiring, the worker files a lawsuit claiming that he fell from a height, resulting in a shoulder surgery and post-traumatic stress disorder. Due to the investigation, our client was able to establish that the claim facts did not present a general liability exposure, and the case was ultimately dismissed.
That is a great example. And I would definitely agree to you that reporting a claim is the most important thing the teams could do, and they could take the best approach for their safety that could lead to they would be reporting it and documenting it properly.
Absolutely. And nobody ever gets in trouble, quote unquote, for reporting a claim. Reporting a claim is just something that happened. And our goal is to ultimately investigate, not only to determine liability, but to ensure that something like that doesn't happen again on one of our projects. So just from from the perspective of active caring, we want to make sure that all of our employees are going home safe at the end of the day. And we have to find out how something occurred that didn't result in that, situation. Ultimately, reporting the claim, incident investigation, determining how this happened so it doesn't happen again, and documenting it is the best way. And if the lawsuit comes out or if something happens later, then at least we can defend ourselves.
Those are really good examples, Amanda, you just gave us. So the other thing I was thinking about, safety is always concerned about their experience modification rate as EMR. So can you go a little into depth about that and tell us more about it?
Yeah. So as you can see, EMR rates are not affected solely by claim reporting. It's really the severity of the incident that would affect the rates and the ability ultimately for a contractor to sell work. So the bottom line is keep it safe out there.
Hey, this is our signal to conclude our podcast. Let me know if you have any questions.
So I think Daman saw me giving her this signal to kind of wrap it up. But yeah, that's all the time we have today. I really appreciate both of you guys coming on, and I can't wait to see another episode soon. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having us today.
Thanks for listening to this episode of TSIB Talks. If you like this content, be sure to follow for new episodes. Until next time.